What's up guys, MainManSWE here, hoping you're all doing awesome as always, and I'm finally gonna look at the Bryan trailer. So this is not a reaction, I will call this a breakdown on the good old YouTube, because I've already seen the video, of course I have. And for those of you bombarding me, please watch the video. Are you dead? No, I'm not dead. I visited my sister in the UK, in London. Apologies for not uploading to YouTube for a while. I knew full well that Bryan was going to be revealed at Combo Breaker. I saw this coming. Okay, god damn it, I'll be gone. I'll be in the UK when this drops. I won't be able to record a breakdown, whatever, or reaction. But oh well, I watched it while on my way to the airport. I really liked it. But I have some reservations, I have to say. For the most part, this looks really good, but there are a problem or two, and I'm gonna get into that. But I'm so happy to see Bryan. Of course, we knew he was going to come. You know, he's one of a... To me, this is a big one. Very big one. According to me, one of the greatest fighting game characters of all time. His design is nothing short of pure brilliance. We don't see characters like this anymore. You can't compare legacy characters from Tekken 1 to Tekken 4 with the characters we see today. They'll give you a Lydia, they'll give you a Leroy, a Fakum Ram, they'll give you a Miguel, they'll give you a Bob. For the most part, those characters have differences, but when you look at their core, they're all very similar to one another. That cannot be said by about Steve, Bryan, Lee, Kazuya, you know, the pure legacy characters. And Bryan takes this very far. So to me, this was one of the most important trailers. And I could tell when I watched the trailer that they knew this, the Tekken studio. This is one of the big ones. And that led to one of the problems. But so, okay, let's go with the trailer. And again, I'll be doing a breakdown. I think we'll watch the entire thing. And then I'll do the slow-mo part where we break down the new gameplay of a character. Unreal Engine. I really like that laugh. And he looks great, but Harbinger of Chaos. Okay, so this is the first problem. This render, in my opinion, is atrocious. Really awful. I can see myself, as soon as I saw this, I could picture myself going to prison for tax fraud, tax evasion. And in the shower, oh god, I dropped my soap, I bend down, and then I look back, and I see that guy. This, I hate this render. Like, Bryan has had some god-awful renders, like, historically. Especially Tekken 6 one was like, what the fuck are you doing? But yeah, this one, it's like, fuck me. This does not look good to me, but in-game, he looks better than ever. And I think that goes for a majority of the cast. Like, the job they've done with the faces is just amazing. So anytime I pause here, I just feel like in-game he looks amazing. And sorry, I was gonna say we're gonna watch the whole thing without me pausing, but I do want to talk a little bit about his look before we go here. So and again, like, he looks absolutely amazing here. Bryan looks great. Never looked better in terms of how they've modeled his face, his facial expressions. He looks he looks scary in this game. Like, he really looks scary. So well done. That's the whole point of a character. This is also the first time I feel this stage actually looks good, or a character looks good on this stage. So another well done. Nice. But my problem is the design here. They know the they knew this was an important character, and they had to do it well. But the thing is, they played way too safe. Way too safe. This is basically a mishmash of Tekken 3 Bryan and adding a few details from like Tekken 5 or other games. That's literally it. This is basically legacy old school Bryan. And I know some people are very happy with this, But I would have much rather seen them take a risk, take a gamble, and go with something completely new. I feel like Bryan deserves that. And last time they did that was with Tekken 7. And in my opinion, he looks great in Tekken 7. With the face mask and the exposed metal cyborg parts, the jacket, military-style jacket and everything. He looks great in that game. I'm not saying he looks worse here. I love Legacy Bryan, but they played it way too safe. And my guess is they knew, like, okay, Bryan is a really big deal. Don't fuck this up. Don't do anything too crazy here. That's why I feel they played it too safe. This is a character that could have lent itself to have a really crazy outfit, I think. And yeah, another problem. Sorry for starting with so many problems. We're going to go into great stuff soon. But the voice to me, I like it. But dear Lord, you'll see him do jet uppers in this trailer. And I really miss. Ka! Really miss that shout. It's gone. It had so much personality to it. This voice sounds I don't dislike it. It's good and menacing, but it sounds a little bit more generic to me. But okay. That was it. And now we're gonna look at the gameplay, which I think they really nail. Looks very, very interesting. So let's just watch it. Yeah! I screamed when I saw that the first time. Oh! Parry? Goosh!
I'll let you taste the power of my fists!
It's funny when I look at these two, I'm like, he should have probably stayed closer to his legacy stuff, and he should have been the one with the wild stuff. But, well, not that hair though, but you get my point. Big back one counter at launch. Step 2-1. Goosh! How sick is that heat smash? And I love this sequence. Okay, so obviously, amazing win pose. Obviously, dude looks like $1,000,000. Like the detailing of his scars, his face, like his face. When you look at him here, he looks in game absolutely amazing. Played it too safe with the costume, but holy shit, he looks great, creepy, intimidating. I mean, there's nothing to complain about. And minigun, win pose, thank God for it. Rage art, when I saw it the first time, I was like, best one I've seen so far, or like number 2 to Kazuya. Kazuya is an amazing one. Jax is also absolutely amazing. And this one, it starts out so generic. Like boom, ratatatata, uppercut them up into the air. We've seen this 1,000,000 times in Tekken 7. So far it's like, meh. I tired, I yawn. But this is the real shit to me. Not so much this close-up, even though I like it, but the zoom out here on his eye, and he looks like a fucking demon. Like, this I really, really like. Like, he's so fucking scary here. And here when he punches. Like, he's never looked scarier than he does there. And it just screams brutality, that punch. And it's like, it's perfection. But do you know what could throw this higher than Kazuya's Rage Art for me? We don't see the KO animation here. Imagine it ending with, if it leads to a KO, his win pose, him sitting on top of a mountain and like caving their face in. It would immediately be the #1 Rage Art. Probably tied with Kazuya because Kazuya's is so good, so good. But I really like the Rage Art. But so, yeah, those are the overall points. No. In terms of gameplay, again, we're gonna try and do an in-depth analysis, but just in case you missed it, because God knows these trailers go by quickly, he has his old taunt, the classic taunt, 28 frame startup, where he knees, unblockable mid-knee, gadoosh. Again, 28 frames is very fast. Mid-knee, but gaboosh gets him 16 frames, where you usually do back 4, or taunt jet upper, or something easier. The guard break is classic taunt. 1, 3, plus 4. But it is, however, very apparent and obvious in this trailer that they've given him a second taunt where he doesn't pull up his knee. And it's way faster. He just does this super fast. And this is to give him powered up moves, which already the old taunt would do. But you had to commit for a very long time. You had to do a 28 frame startup, but not only that, after the knee, he has to extend his arm and get the laugh. Well, that was the old one, pirate laugh. And he does that, and now you have a power-up on your Mach Punch, it blue sparks, or there's a power-up, you get access to a new string, 4-2-1-4-2-1-4-2, which you've seen me do in some like death combos on Geese, Howard Estate, whatever. Very damaging. So that was never very match friendly. You couldn't use it too much. But so here, just to make this more of a thing, the taunt power up, well, let's just give him a second taunt that is probably going to be exclusive to this. So fast in this trailer that he uses it to whiff punish. He will sidestep an attack, do that, and then punish with, you know, that power-up string 4-2-1, but they've changed it. It's no longer 4-2-1-4. It's 4-2-1-2, I think. But you'll see it, and it gets fire around his arms, and it's just really extreme looking. It's really cool. So 2 taunts with that do different things now. And then he's inherited Fakum Ram style guard breaks. You see in this trailer, he'll do 3-4 on block, and this seems to be a heat mechanic. He does a heat engager, he's in heat, and then he does 3-4, which now has an extension. He goes, boom, and on block, Paul eats a wall stun. So that's Fakum Ram style. So I'm very happy about the gameplay. They're pushing the taunt a heck of a lot more. Dual taunts that do different things, and then a Fakum Ram style guard break when he's in heat. So if you thought it was annoying with Bryan breaking your guard before with a taunt, so now you'll have 2 taunts and a Fakum Ram style guard break. Yeah, so at the wall, it's going to be an absolute nightmare, basically. So let's see. Why is this? Nice. We were watching 480p. Fitting for a very budget stream and YouTube channel, to be honest. Playback speed 0.25, so I can tell what the hell is going on. So down for 2-1 leads into a backsway. And this is disgusting, by the way, for his wall utility. You'll see later in the trailer he wall splats, and then he does down for 2-1 backsway soccer kick. So high damage, amazing Oki on a character that has arguably the scariest wall game. That's also going to be a lot of fun. Huge damage, soccer kick, backflip. Oh! And now he can soccer kick you again. Or you quick stand and he might, you know, taunt you and kill you. So that's going to be stressful. So this is a new attack backsway Mach Punch with his left arm. That seems to be a launcher later in the trailer. Counter hit launcher or launcher on normal hit. So that's pretty scary. And you see the stagger there on block. And that, you know, so on block it's hell. On hit it's hell. And if you duck, you can soccer kick from that stance, obviously. And 4-2-1, is still there, still knocks down the same old way. And here they demonstrate the new second taunt, just raising his arm like this. Huh. So it's the second part of a normal taunt animation. So now he's powered up. So Asuka has something similar now, by the way, as you saw in her trailer. Now we have a powered up Bryan. And now they show us this in action. Sidestep 1 is no longer a launcher on normal hit. So that's a pretty big nerf. He inherits... they're really good at recycling attacks. They did this with... I mean, it lessens costs. It's good for the budget. Recycle stuff that, you know, you don't need anymore. Like... Hwoarang has got 1 million of Beck's old attacks. With every game, they just give him more Beck stuff. They're really raiding his corpse. Anything they can find. And now Bruce, super uber dead. Oh, well, you knew this. He got ravaged by Fakumram. He got ravaged by Josie. The first scavenger on poor Bruce was Bryan. And now he's got another Bruce attack, and it's Bruce's up forward free. But like they usually do, they mirror the attack. Like they did with... Kazuya's forward 4-2, give it to Kazumi, but she does it with the left arm, so it's a new attack, but they just mirror an animation. So now he does up forward 3, but he does it with his right knee instead of a left knee. But that, make no mistake, this is a Bruce attack. So on the knockdown there, he does the power up, and now we demonstrate how quick this is. So he's going to whiff punish a get up kick here. And now he does a taunt specific powered up string. 4-2-1-2, 3-2, and it's just so cool looking. Like, God knows how much damage this does. If it's going to wall break, I'm sure, which the current string does. Yeah, it looks so good. But again, so now you see the utility of a second taunt. Hop, powered up. You see how quickly he does that, and he can immediately cancel it into a sidestep or movement. It's so fast. He gets the power up immediately. So yeah, you can whiff punish with this shit. Oh, and you'll be able to do combos with this. 3-4 counter it. Power up. This is going to add so much execution as well to this character, because this will be used in combos. 100%. You'll have time to stun someone, power up, float them, bound, maybe power up again. Absolutely, after a wall break, you'll power up into a powered up Mach punch. You'll see crazy combos with this. Absolutely crazy stuff. So yeah, God knows how much damage that does. So down for 2 is -14. Jet upper punish. 4-1 +2, power crush. And here back to 1-4, changed animation, and it's still a bound string. Looks really cool. And here they demonstrate, you know, we've nerfed wall travel in this game. So Core Circle 4-2-1 is not a gigantic, you know, wall travel ender. Now it spikes. But yeah, he seems to slam him with his right arm there. Oh, so it's that's 2-2. No, that's actually a new string. Yeah, 2-2 spikes. Core Circle forward 2-2. And this is interesting. Core Circle forward 1 +2. Wall bounces are gone, by the way, so that's going to be a wall stun. But here, yeah, they demonstrate this new parry mechanic he has here. And it's a shame we can't see more here, because this is the new wall explosion. Oh, I just punched you into a grenade or landmine on the wall, so we get this angle. And then we get this effect here, this animation, like, ugh. I would have loved to see what the animation looks like here. But it almost looks like a low punch. But I'm sure it's going to be a mid. But it looks super sick. And the startup, obviously, is very fast. Like, as you can see here, Bryan is at least -12 here. Most like, oh, unless they made this safe now that it's no longer a wall bounce. It's probably not safe. It's probably -10. It's -12 right now. And Jack here does Marduk Gigas 4, which is 14 frames. I think that's 14 frames what he does here. So this is a very fast startup. -12 to 14. 2 frames. 2 free frames. So he absorbs the attack. It's like a power crush. Yeah, that's a power crush, right? And then immediately retaliates. Yeah, this is a power crush. But it seems to be an attack. Is he doing a Mach punch? It looks like he's doing I missed this before. It actually looks like he's doing a Mach punch. Here. He does 4-4-2. Okay, so don't tell me Mach punch is going to have this built-in mechanic. Oh, so yeah, okay, so it's a beefed up power crush. Oh, I'm stupid. You are correct. There's so easy to miss details in this trailer. His arms are glowing red. That means he has the taunt power up, is my guess. He's done a taunt. He's powered up. His arms glow red. Yep. It's almost like Cinder or Ash. It's a really cool, neat effect here. But so yeah, so now I guess his Mach punch has a huge power up. Like, it looks like Cinder, Embers, yeah. So yeah, that's why I said, like, at the start here of this breakdown that amazing things are happening to Bryan gameplay-wise. And he looks amazing. It's just that the design is too safe visually, the costume. And I think his render is a bit shit. But in terms of gameplay, like, there's just so much interesting stuff happening here. I mean, this was already a character that had a lot of nuance to its gameplay, but they've added so many new mechanics to him. And upward free. And here we see, I mean, downward, it looks like downward 1-1, but he's doing it with his right arm. So this is new. And ends with a huge knee that rolls them. So is he going to have downward 1-1-1-1-1 and then a 2 version as well? I really like this interaction here. They did this the first time in the Tekken 6 intro. And Bryan looks so compact here. Very muscular man. Back one counter hit is still there and gives a huge launch. Huge launch. And you know full well he will have time here to do the second taunt. To power up whatever combo's coming. 100%. Down 3-4-2 is a bound. Heat burst now to do a second bound. Boom. And then 3-3-4. Okay, nice sidestep there. And that looks like a sidestep 2-1 heat engager. I like that he falls on his ass here and then stands up. And here you see how minus he is, right? Boom. And now he taunts. And the heat smash is so fast that it's probably like 15. It's guaranteed after a taunt. The heat smash. That's absolutely what they're showing here. Like, Boom. And now guaranteed heat smash. And it's so fucking cool, right? It's so cool. Super sick. So that means his heat smash is it's 16 frames at most. 16 frames at most. My guess is probably 15, so that this isn't terribly difficult to do. Why would you heat smash if you can taunt jet upper? That's not a good question, Levin, because taunt jet upper is super hard, and doing a heat smash is pressing R1. There's no difficulty whatsoever. But no, you're not. It's just on a heat engager. So obviously he's not going to do a jet upper, because what he has access to here is much easier. He can do taunt, but you're probably not going to do what he does here, heat smash. But what he's going to do is taunt into down back 1+2. But we're about to see in the trailer. That is a heat engager, meaning that when he's in heat mode, it's a launcher. So he'll do taunt, down back 1+2, and now it's a launcher because he can heat dash out of it. So he's going to do taunt, not a very difficult follow-up, down back 1+2, dash, combo, 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 and then he'll do the heat smash for 1,000,000 damage. So once he's in heat, you'll have much easier, gigantic damage from taunt. And a lot of people were like, oh my god, this looks like it's guaranteed. Look, Paul hasn't recovered here. Oh my god, oh my god. That's not guaranteed. The heat engagers are like, I don't know the exact frames, but it's at least like +10 or something. The taunt is 28 frames startup. So you can dick jab here or do... this is not guaranteed. It just looks like it because he's not doing anything. But you can dick jab, parry, yeah. Paul looks distressed as fuck. Yeah, no, but this is what it looks like when I played the alpha. They do that, but you can't cancel that by doing things. You can't cancel that. Ish. So here you see taunt into down back 1+2, which you can do right now in Tekken 7, but down back 1+2 works very differently in Tekken 7. The first hit floats them, and the second hit hits them mid-air, so it doesn't wall splat. So here, this is pretty easy to do, taunt down back 1+2. You can try it out in Tekken 7. Not very difficult. And now this is much more devastating, because now this is a heat engager. Boom. And now he's in heat. And now, should he do taunt down back 1+2 again, now it's a wall splat or a launcher when he's in heat. So, yeah, in Tekken 8, it's going to be all about taunt down back 1+2, I think. And it's not very difficult. So, yeah, taunt jet upper. I'll do taunt into down back 1+2. Much easier. Heat engager. And now I get a disgusting mix-up. I'll do a taunt, and you're just stuck there. You can't try and dick jab interrupt me, but what if I do a 3-4? It's like a disgusting mind game with Bryan after that heat engager. And here you see, oh god, look how fucking chunky our boy is. Also, something to be noted. No, his arms are not glowing, but it looks like when he goes into heat, it adds the arm glow. So he automatically gains the taunt power up, right? So he gains heat, and now when he's in heat, he has access to all of that stuff, it seems. So 3-4, and is now a string into a Fakum Ram style charge up. Boom. That unblock here, yeah, seems to wall splat Paul. Jet upper throws him high up. And then down for 2-1, backsway soccer kick. into insane bullshit Oki. Like, this is going to be insane for Bryan. That wall combo. And here we see Mach Punch is a heat engager. So now when he's in heat, it's a launcher. He heat dashes and picks up. Back free. Back free into sway cancel. 2, 4. So it's the new bruised knee. And it bounds, and it's gonna be an insane ender, I think. You will. This is his new post bound, post screw ender. You will do no longer back free 2-1. You'll do back free 2-4. So he's still going to have insane wall travel, I think. Look how high it throws Paul. He's going to be such a fucking nuisance, Bryan. With the wall stuff. He'll have great wall travel, take you to the wall, and now the mix-ups there are going to be so disgusting. So disgusting. Because you no longer, and while setting 3-4 still throws them very high for a Mach Punch ender. And that's a beefed up Mach Punch, right? Because he's in heat. So he has the Ember, Cinder glows. Super Mach Punch. Sick. So yeah, I think he's going to be all about taunt down back 1+2. Heat engager, and when you're in heat, it's a launcher. So taunt back 4 and taunt jet upper will be seen much less, I think. And so here we see the back sway 1 again. And it seems to be at least a counter hit launcher, right? And it's strong on block as well. So, you know, that's a pretty scary attack, right? Does he still have back 4 though? We don't know. We don't know. But alright, so that's my breakdown of a Bryan trailer. And in conclusion, I'm very, very happy about Bryan. I think in terms of gameplay, they've added so much interesting tech to the character. So many amazing and cool new tools, like a secondary taunt, guard break, that cinder glow mechanic, you know, that beefs up his stuff that you'll see even in heat. Is going to be unbelievably oppressive. They've tried to simplify him a little bit as well. They want more people to utilize the taunt. So now he has an easier option now that is devastating, which is taunt down back 1+2. Again, heat engager and then a launcher. That is much easier to do. It should also be noted that in the control settings, you are now allowed to bind 3 buttons. So you'll be able to bind, for example, on a trigger, the taunt. 1 3+4, so no longer miss inputs where you get a throw or whatever, dumb shit. So the taunt stuff is going to be way more accessible. Way more accessible. But there's still going to be difficulty to it, obviously. But it's for sure simplified a bit. So, yeah. Gameplay-wise, looks great, looks very interesting. But in terms of his outfit, I think they played it too safe. They played it too safe. And his render is very goofy looking. In-game, though, he looks very creepy, very menacing. Yeah, I can't stress enough how amazing the faces look in this game. So, yeah, I'm gonna say 2 big thumbs up. Some problems, but overall it's very positive. So happy to see Bryan. Yeah, such an amazing character. And can't wait to see more trailers. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, this breakdown, and that you have a great day. Take care.